It's the greatest of all time, sports fan traveler, and I made it here to Mies, Switzerland, the FIBA basketball headquarters. He's interviewing me because he knows I'm the greatest of all time. Thanks for being with me, Miguel, right?
Yes, Miguel.
Miguel and the staff here have been very accommodating to me. I just arrived. I saw basketball on Sunday. The man with the plan, that would be me. I was in Juba, the South Sudan, where they grow and they grow and they grow. So I saw some hoop there. I flew overnight from Juba to Cairo, stayed in Cairo last night. I was at the Basketball Africa League in 2024 in Cairo. I get around like the Beach Boys. And then I took a flight from Cairo to Geneva here. Tonight I'm going to see a hockey match in Chamonix. But what I got in my hand, boys and girls, is this is not just any large-footed gentleman. This is the shoe of one Pau Gasol of España, Spain. So we got artifacts here. And Miguel's going to tell us a little bit more of what we got here. You just got these in, right? So and they're signed. Whose shoes are these?
This is Eddie Tavares playing for Real Madrid. This is the shoes he worn during the final of the league in Spain. He's a mega star in Africa playing for Cape Verde in the last World Cup.
Yep, Cabo Verde.
Cabo Verde.
And right. Cabo Verde, that, if I'm not mistaken, that was the first time their men had ever qualified for the World Cup.
Yes, you are right.
Yep, and I was at the World Cup in the Philippines and Indonesia. I did not go to the ones in Japan.
Here you are, the gold medal.
There it is. How about that? Can I put this around me? Because I played ice hockey growing up. This is the closest I'm going to get to ever wearing a gold medal. Because when I played basketball in the summer, because I played ice hockey in the winter, and basketball is a winter sport in the U.S. Okay, Connor, you're the last one people are picking. So there it is. Mr. Sports Travel actually is wearing a gold medal. How about that? These guys, this is amazing. I'm going to pick up the tripod when we're done showing some of these artifacts. They have an exhibit here about the 100 years of movies. Actually, next year in 2027 will be the 100th anniversary of the first movie about basketball, and I'll show you some of that when I pick up the tripod and go into the main room. So we're like in like an office/library, and Miguel is showing me some of these artifacts. What else do we have here? We got some recent jerseys. This is a famous Belgian player, correct?
Yeah. This is the worn jersey from the World Cup 2018.
Yep. 2018. Recent. So these are recent additions that they've gotten.
We have here Keith Penny, amazing.
Yep.
New
Zealander player. Yep.
And Hall of Famer, FIBA Hall of Famer.
Yep.
He played in 13 different countries.
13?
Yeah.
I think I travel a lot.
Yeah, he's for sure an important person for your program because even he was studying in U.S. University.
Yep.
And here we have the trophy of the 3x3 World Cup in Mongolia last month and the 3 medals we received.
I'm just going to bring this closer to the camera. So this is the 3x3, 3-on-3. You can see the logo here. And it was in Mongolia. Was it in Ulaanbaatar, the capital?
Mongolia, where about?
Ulaanbaatar.
Yeah, the capital, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm actually going to go visit it. One of the 24 countries in the world I've not been to, but I will be soon. So thank you very much, Miguel. Thank you for showing me around. I'm going to actually get another jersey. Is that a China jersey? What jersey is this?
Yeah, but this is more institutional after the visit of our Secretary General.
Okay.
But we have here Australia.
Oh, that's right. Let's show this one. Is they won the
Under 19 World Cup.
Down under, mate. Good day, mate. These mates, Australia. I've actually seen basketball over there. Their league, their basketball league, and I've been to New Zealand to see who. Here they are, signed by the under 19 team, and that's
they won the under 19 World Cup played in Czech Republic last month. This is the ball of US that won the silver medal.
Okay, the Americans.
Yeah.
Yep, I can see some of the names on there. Look very familiar. What's that?
Australia won.
Yep.
US won.
US won.
Oh, the US won.
This is the silver medal.
Silver. We got. I stand corrected. We both stand corrected. See, this is why video, we don't edit it. It's real. So they were the second place. The Americans won the under 19 because they're supposed to. You know, they're Americans. And I'm an American. Okay, boys and girls, I'm going to pick up the tripod, show you a little bit what we got here. And it's a really fascinating place. So I'm in Geneva. The metro area is Geneva. I took a train here. It took about 20 minutes. And I'm going to just pick up the tripod and show you what we got going on here. Uh-oh. I'm going to get eaten by this bird. It's the bird. It's basketball style. Okay, here we go. So here's the library here. I'm going to show you a couple of famous artifacts here. Here's the famous book, James Naismith book. We got another famous artifact right about here. All the basketball rules. And you can see the theme. They rotate the main theme here of the basketball movies every 2 years. So you can see all the different movies, and you can see this extensive library that they have. It's got several rows. So we're going to go out into the main hall. Follow me, boys and girls, the greatest of all time, sports fan traveler for hoop. So here you have what you might expect. On this side you have the history of the basketball here, of the great sport. Now what's interesting is not only is Naismith recognized, there's also recognition for Senda Berenson. She deserves recognition as well. I'll put a little bit about that at the bottom of this here video. They place closes here at 5, and I want to be respectful of the time that they close here, because I'm a respectful dude. It's 4:43, oh so pleasantly. So this is just the history of basketball, and then in these murals here are some of the movies. This is the NBA, all the NBA movies. Since you're from America, everybody knows about the American movies. There's actually got foreign movies here too. I'm going to show you some movies that are related to European basketball, since most Americans aren't familiar. So this is the main hall here. Now upstairs is just offices. Now the columns you see here, on each of these columns is the name of the country that's part of the federation. So these displays are circular, as you can see, oh so pleasantly. I'm going to pick up the camera so you can see. One of the things that's most interesting to me is Greece basketball. I've seen a basketball match in Greece. I've been all over Europe. I've seen them on 70 countries, boys and girls. If they build a court in Antarctica, I'll go see hoop there. So I'm going to show you a big match. You'll just read it for yourself, pretty self-explanatory. So you can see there, it describes the history of Greece's first great moment in basketball, and then the radio at the time, and then the scorecard is there. I'm going to show you some other great artifacts. Follow me, boys and girls. So I'm about a 20-minute ride from Geneva. That's where I flew into. Now this side, I'm going to come in a little closer in a minute to show you some of the things that we got here. And again, these exhibits in the middle about the movies, it rotates every year. Did you know, boys and girls, there have been more than 400 basketball movies made since 1927. Holy cow! Today is 12 August 2025, a Tuesday. And they only have artifacts here of 80 of the 400 movies because there's only so much space. So what you got here, boys and girls, is history of competitions, FIBA competitions like the World Cup, etc. To me, the most interesting artifact is the founder of basketball, James Naismith, throwing up the ball at the 1936 Olympics, which was before the first basketball World Cup, which I'll show you in a second. Now, boys and girls, the two most interesting artifacts to me, besides the James Naismith and the book that I showed you in the library and some of the artifacts, is you think about the great game of basketball, of course you think about the United States of America, and then NBA and NCAA, and okay, because you're an American, you know that, right? When you think about South America and most of the rest of the world, you think, go football, and I've seen football more than 100 countries. Americans, that would be soccer. But basketball has been huge in many parts of the world going back decades. Maybe not as popular as football, but it's still popular. An example of that is Argentina hosted the first FIBA Basketball World Cup. And another Latin American country, Chile, hosted the women's first World Cup. So I'm going to zoom in, show you a little bit of the artifacts that we have here. Then we're going to keep going this way to the actual members of the Hall of Fame. And then I'll kind of wrap this up. Whoa, Nelly! Now, boys and girls, before I show you the members of the FIBA Basketball Hall of Fame, including obviously some Americans that have represented Old Glory in the Olympics and other international events, I want to go back to my main theme of what the theme of this exhibit is, and they rotate them every 2 years on the movies. So the first movie, if you want to stump your basketball friends, or anybody, your friend, anybody, show how smart you are. You ain't smart as me. Actually, I'm not the smartest. I'm the greatest small-town sports fan traveler. I've seen more than 70 countries. I'm going to show you the first movie ever made about basketball. And it's amazing that they got all these artifacts here. So it's a women's movie about women's basketball, and it is called The Fair Co-Ed in 1927. Here we go. Whoa, Nelly! So boys and girls, I never said I was the greatest tripod holder. I am the talent in the tripod holder. So the Whoa Nelly references are to the great Keith Jackson. And it's a fumble! That's American college football, not basketball. Okay, so what we've got here is the FIBA Basketball Hall of Fame. I will zoom in so you can see all the members. I think the main theme takeaway here, besides seeing some of the Americans that are in it, is thinking about all the foreign players that most Americans aren't aware of that were particularly during the Cold War, right? Russian basketball players, players from the Eastern Bloc, former Soviet countries that still participated in international competitions but never played in the NBA. And we wonder if they did play in the NBA. Not different than hockey players, ice hockey players, Cuban baseball players. What if there was easier for them to defect, right? Today, we've got Russian players in the NHL, Swedish players, Finnish players, Czech, Slovakia, Latvia, etc., etc. Actually, there's a basketball movie I'll try to remember to go back to. Latvia, there's a movie about Latvia winning the first Eurobasket or European basketball competition in 1935. Continental basketball competition. The World Cups didn't start till the late 40s. Okay, so here we go, boys and girls. I'll pick up this camera, try to go over to Latvia, and then it's probably going to be 5 o'clock, and I can get my show on the road. boys and girls, follow me. I'm going to find that Latvian movie. Actually, I'm going to show you some other foreign movies that are over here. Give me 1 second here. So these movies that we're going to see here are in this circular case. These movies were not shot in the United States. These were done in the native countries. So, as they say, you can Google it and thank me later. So you can see here you got movies from China, Poland, Australia. Let me see if I can find that Latvian movie. I think it's over here. I found it, boys and girls, because I'm the greatest. And I've seen basketball in Latvia and Estonia. I've been all over. Don't worry, I'll put all the countries at the bottom of this video. Here we go. So as you can see, boys and girls, children of all ages, a lot of great stuff here. I really wanted to point out that was the first Eurobasket, 1935, Latvia. And again, when you most Americans, Latvia, well, where is Latvia, right? So one of my missions as Mr. Sports Travel is to educate through these videos, educate through my pictures, my travels. And this has been educational for me because I didn't realize that there's more 400 movies about basketball. And next year, that movie I showed you earlier about the women, the co-eds movie, next year, 2027, or 2 years I should say, will be the 100th anniversary of the first basketball movie ever made. So most Americans think of basketball movies, they think of Hoop Dreams, they think of Hoosiers, rightfully so, those are great movies. But to think there's more than 400, and then of course I showed you some over here from China, Poland, etc. So giving you the big overview, boys and girls, hope you enjoyed the show. Gotta get on a train back to Geneva. Geneva is where the Hall of Fame was originally founded, and that's why it's here. It's been in other cities over the course of time, but this is the main home. And this building has been here since 2013. It looks new, it is new. It took me like 5 minutes with my suitcase off the train to get here, and from Geneva by train took me 20 minutes to the main train station. So I'm fixing to go back to Geneva to the main train station. Then I'm gonna hop on a bus, Gus, to hopefully see some I can't do it. Ice hockey tonight in France. Chamonix, oui, until we meet again. It's the GOAT. Over and out from Mies, the basketball headquarters of FIBA.